It's the Playhouse Podcast with Kat and JJ.
Can't believe it. I missed everything.
Miss the show?
What am I going to do?
Check out the Daily Podcast.
When you look at your son's handwriting, is it better than yours?
It is on some days. Some days I really love my handwriting. I'm like, that looks really good. And then some days I'm like, I can't even read it.
Yeah.
But we've always pushed penmanship. We got a thank you note in the mail the other day from, I won't even say who, but it was such bad penmanship. I could barely make it out. I saw the last name and I'm like, okay, so I know who that is, but I'm like, Liam, look at this. This is why it's so important.
The reason I ask is mine is not good. It's a regular dude. I mean, it looks like a guy took a Sharpie and was writing on a metal plate, right? Yeah. Like, that's just mine. I never cared about it. But my son is filling out all his graduation party thank yous.
I understood
his penmanship is way better than mine.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did that happen? But he grew up in an age of, he was typing everything.
Right.
How is your penmanship so good? Like, that blows my mind.
You know what I remember thinking it was so funky when I was, after I had Liam, I had to go through all my surgeries and I never wrote anything down for weeks and weeks and weeks. Like I never had to write anything. I don't know.
You had penmanship atrophy?
Maybe, because when I picked up I had to fill out some bills or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, it felt foreign to write and my penmanship was not good.
My players always make fun of me when I fill up the lineup card. They're like,
your handwriting is illegible. And sometimes you'll write something to say on air, and then you're like, wait, what?
It happens all the time.
Write?
But if I don't put their number next to their name, they don't know what the batting order is. They're like, I can't understand this, coach. What is this? And I'm like, you can't read that? So I don't know if it's just a lack of whatever, but my son is filling these out, and I'm like, your penmanship is really good.
Yeah.
And you judge people on that right away.
I do. And I know other people might. And I'm like, why be the one where people are like, did he write this with the wrong hand? So is
your arm broken?
We've pushed that since he was little. We would get those workbooks and you always made fun of us. So why are you making him do that during the summer? And I'm like, it only will benefit him and anybody that's going to read anything he
Now that he's 13, is he doing workbooks during the summer anymore?
He does have... Yes. But I'm not as much of a stickler because he not only has camps, he's helping at camps, he has practice, he has training. So I know that he's busy. So I say try to get 2 or 3 pages done. But it's not math or anything like that. It's literally penmanship. So like copy this paragraph.
No way you're making your 13-year-old fill out workbooks during the summer.
I don't want no dummy.
Dang.
And so I do it. And, and there's a prize when it's the end of the summer.
What's the prize at the end of the summer?
He's a foodie. So I say, wherever you want to go.
This is for you.
Whatever you want to get.
That's a you reward.
That is a dual reward. I not only have a child that his brain has been working all summer, but then we get to go eat somewhere cool.
Real quick, will you text us or call us if you're like Hitler's wife here and make your kid do homework during the summer?
You're acting like he has to sit down for hours and hours. One worksheet takes him 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Do you make
so if he does 3 in one day, he's done for the week. And that's like 20 minutes.
Do you make your kid fill out worksheets during the summer? Are you a parent that does this? I got to know how many of you are out there.
Listen, I'm not going to apologize ever. I will not over-explain. I get to do whatever I want to do with my kids.
I want to know if there's anyone else doing this. Real quick, call or text us, will you?
Good morning, JJ.
Richard, I was hoping you would call.
I was sorry for being so mean to you on my podcast.
You have a podcast now, and you were really?
Yes, I was trying to draw press attention to your radio show.
No need.
Yeah,
I'm not a fond person. I'm not really fond of Hank being on the show.
So anyways, you have a podcast and you talk bad about us?
Only as a joke. I called you gay, so I was going to print a retraction article, but I'm like too broke to contact the Star Tribune and actually write an op-ed for you. So I figured I'd apologize.
That's all right. I think most people that know me don't think I'm gay, so I'm really not too worried if that rumor gets out.
Okay, I was teasing.
Yeah.
And Kat's definitely gay, so we know that.
You said that with such conviction.
Again, I don't care who's gay or if you are gay. It doesn't bother me or make a difference in my life.
I'm technically a lesbian. You could talk about that on the show. I'll give you permission.
Oh, will you? Since you called our show, you kind of already gave us permission. But here, let's do this. Why don't you work on everything else besides calling us?
But I like you.
Yeah, well.
Thanks.
Anyways, we'll see you later, Richard. Want to recap this email we got from Allie just a couple of seconds ago. First off, she called us party people, so I'm like, let's go. We're obviously creating an image that is more fun than we really are.
For sure.
She said, what are your guys' thoughts about this? Basically, my friend has been dating this guy for almost 2 years, but none of us have ever met him. At first, we thought, okay, maybe they're just private people, but now it's starting to feel really strange. He's a personal trainer. They tried to look him up. There's a whole bunch of guys with his name, and a couple of them are in the fitness industry. There's really no other pictures of them together, no social media, nothing other than his picture from his LinkedIn profile. And she said the reason this is bothering us is she's not someone who makes up stories. She's never invented a boyfriend. But after 2 years and nobody's ever met this guy, I'm starting to wonder if she's being catfished or if there's something else going on. First thoughts on this?
Yeah, just such a long time to date somebody and not expose them to the other part of your life.
Which one of your friends has ever dated someone for 2 years and you haven't met them?
And who dates a hottie trainer and doesn't have a plethora of selfies?
All good questions. Nikki, what were your first thoughts when you heard this?
Sounds like she's trying to protect him from them.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. This is a savage bunch of ladies.
I don't know. Maybe she has friends that would go for him, and maybe she's just trying to protect what she has. Party people.
Thank you.
Do we come off like that to you? Do we sound like we're just ragers? Because
no, I'm thinking that the friends are.
The friends are.
Oh, okay. So we're not party people anymore, but her friends are. Okay, yeah. I got it. I was hoping that people would just start calling our show, and when we answered the phone, they'd be like, "Hey, party people," that would catch on, but apparently not so much. But yeah, I didn't even thought. It never crossed my mind that she's like, "Hey, some of my girlfriends are people that might actually go after my boyfriend
or sabotage my relationship."
Wow.
Well, that's a bigger conversation then. That's like you haven't met him because I can't trust him around you.
I can't trust you around him.
You around him. Yeah,
it's the other way around. Good thoughts on that. I'm glad you called. Have a great day, party person.
You guys too.
You're the best, Nikki. I appreciate that. Jesse, your thoughts on this whole thing?
So I guess two things that come to mind is, usually girlfriends talk about everything and share everything, and they would be, excited to share a relationship with their friends, and so that's a little nerve-wracking. But the other point is, well, maybe he's already in a relationship. Maybe he's married, and so they're trying to keep it on the down low.
I didn't even think of that.
And so he can't go out in public with her or do things. I don't know. It all seems a little sketchy.
I think just the question needs to be asked, or like the statement needs to be made. We've never met him. We'd love to meet him. And then if she's squirming, then maybe you can poke and prod a little bit more. Like, is everything okay? Like, is there something we don't know? And then if not, I wouldn't prod anymore. I don't want her to feel like I doubt her. Yeah, that could be the truth.
What was your first feeling when you heard this? Is this guy for real, or is this being made up?
I think I think it probably sounds like it's for real, but there's something deeper. Either he's abusive and she, I had so many thoughts go through my mind. Either he's married or he's abusive, or he there's something in that relationship that she can't share with her friends that she's keeping it from them because, like I said, girlfriends share everything. So
yeah, good point. I appreciate it. Pick line 1 or 2.
I'm going to go with number 1.
All right. This is Alice. Good morning, Alice. You're going to be our last call with Psychic Kim this morning. Glad you got through. Tell us about Dad. How long ago did he pass away?
So my dad passed away when I was 12 years old. They say that it was due to, he was in a car accident, but there was evidence that there could have been foul play. So it's been bothering me for years if he really died in a car accident or some other way.
Kim, what are you seeing here? Was it an accident, or was there more to this?
So I could tell there was an accident right away. So now okay. I just felt like I was getting flipped upside down in my head. Ow, hurts. Okay. So it was like a physical accident in a vehicle. That I feel. Okay. Oh, that doesn't feel good. I feel like I'm bleeding out. I could see. Oh, okay. Gruesome image. Not going to say it out loud. Okay. I could see and feel that. And then there is somebody around, and I feel somebody's running away. There was somebody else with him. And I hear got away. I do see a steering wheel trying to move. So there was an argument. Yes. There was an argument. Yes. Did that person do this to me? No. Oh. But there was an argument. There was some movement of the car. The steering wheel kind of moved around. I jerked. I feel like there's accident then. Somebody then is no longer, they ran away. But I hear my fault. Like he put himself in a situation. So he's not blaming anyone else, but I'm sorry he had to pass that way. It's terrifying for him, but he's good now.
A little more to the story than what she was hearing, but it was his fault.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that help you at all, Alice?
Oh my God. Yes, she was right on some stuff she just said.
Okay. Well, that's what she does.
There was somebody with him. Right.
Yep. Well,
well, thank you so much.
I hope this helps a little bit and gives you a little bit of closure, okay?
It does. Thank you.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. Kim, thank you for the time. That goes so fast when we get you on, and especially, knowing that you got more Glade plugins to work on, we're going to let you go. And we're going to tell everybody how they can get a hold of you and maybe sit down in your amazing smelling aura there and do a little bit of a deeper reading situation, okay?
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.
You ever got into it with one of your siblings? You seem like you get along. I mean, your sister is probably the one you fought with the most, huh?
She was, definitely. I never fought with my younger brother because he was like a baby when I was 10. I'm 10 years old.
Seems like somebody you would take advantage of.
No, I love him. He was such a cute baby. He was a good boy. But my sister was just like awful. She was awful. She was 3 years younger than me. She would lock me out of the house. I would lock her out of the house on like really hot days. And then I'd crack the screen and just throw her ices so that I could at least tell my mom I kept her hydrated. I'm like, she was fine. I threw her cold treats every once in a while. But I remember one time, and we're talking about it because I saw this meme and I thought it was really funny that tomorrow is not promised. Call your siblings, tell them they're ugly and adopted. And I remember one time I had it with her. She was in her bedroom with my mom. They were hanging out. And I took one of her she collected lunch boxes, and I took one of her metal lunch boxes, launched it, hit her head. Oh. She started bleeding. I start booking it down the hallway. My mom is right behind me. Get back here. And I lock my door. I'm like, I'm not coming out. But that was like the most violent we ever got, that moment right there. So I can't say it was terrible.
Didn't get violent, but my sister's name is Tanya. And as a mean older brother, I nicknamed her Tuna. And so everybody in the neighborhood would call her Tuna instead of Tanya. And then,
I mean, it's cute until she's 14?
Right. Wow. And then when she was probably about 4 or 5, I think I'm 6 years older than she is.
You're 6 years older than Tanya?
Yeah. So 4 years, maybe 4 or 5 years. I don't even know. I don't really pay attention. But when she was like 4 or 5, I started telling her that she was adopted. And my dad ran with that till she was 9.
I can't believe your dad hopped on. That's damaging.
He thought it was pretty funny. And
what was the end game?
When you're 7 or 9 or whatever I was, there's no end game. It's just all funny. It's kind of the way I live my life right now. Like, I don't think about the repercussions of anything. I just go, is that going to be funny?
Yeah.
And if the answer is yes, then I'm like, let's go.
Roll with it.
And so, my old man rolled with that for a good 4 or 5 years. And I mean, her therapist is probably thanking me right now for all the extra business, but I probably did some damage there. So the question is, was there ever just a good fight like in your house, or maybe one of those long running jokes between you and your siblings that probably caused a little more damage than you thought it was going to cause?
Yeah.
That's the big question.
My sister got a handheld video camera when she was in 5th grade or 6th grade, and she would do these like documentaries in my bedroom. So she'd like go through all my stuff, and And then one time she found a liquor bottle that was not mine. It was honestly not mine.
Sure, it just found its way into your bedroom.
It was Kelly Weirdsma's. And
going last names, huh?
She was, yes, absolutely. I will sell someone out because I did not drink for a very, like all my friends
So you were
drank.
22.
Exactly.
Good for you.
And she was like, can you just hold, my mom goes through all my stuff. Can you just put that in? And my sister went through all my stuff, gave it to my mom.
Did you get in trouble?
No, my mom was oddly calm because she was like, hey, do you want you want a daiquiri? Because she had a daiquiri maker.
Of course she did.
She bought one. And I was like, sure. She goes, with or without alcohol. And then my sister had this like devilish face on. And then my mom took the liquor bottle out. And I was like, I swear to God, it's not mine.
And they believed
she believed me because I was a good kid. Semi-good kid.
What happened?
Yeah.
Hey, John, I appreciate you holding. You had a kind of a fight with this is your sister?
Me and my sister got into like a fight, and she like bust my nose. I thought it was pretty funny.
She broke your nose?
Yeah.
So then how do you fight a sister? Like full-on fight? Like you'd fight a brother?
Yeah, I think you fight a sister like that. Yeah.
You do not.
You do.
Nah, like we were like play fighting, and then like she accidentally broke my nose. That's when we really started fighting.
I got to be honest with you. Like growing up, if my sister would have been like, "Hey, let's bow up," I would have went for it, man. Like you got to learn.
I would not bow up with Tanya.
It's the
Are
same
you
thing.
crazy?
Like, I would never walk up to Mike Tyson and be like, "Let's fight." It's the same thing. Like, don't get in the ring you don't belong in. And I am sorry that your nose got broken and everything like that, but like you should have been guarding yourself too.
Yeah.
Not much excites me when I hear news anymore because most of the time I don't believe any of it.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you mentioned this, I was like, let's freaking go.
I know. Gen Z bringing back the push-up bra.
Want to hear an opinion? With a push-up bra, you could actually have a nice rack of lamb going on.
We were talking about it the other day, how Addison Rae, I think they said like Olivia Rodrigo, bringing back the push-up bra. Now a new generation exposed to lifting up the ladies. The lift and separate does wonders. But I remember walking by Victoria's Secret. We were at the mall with my mom, and I glance over, and I think she saw the gears turning. I was in like maybe going into 9th grade. She goes, absolutely not. Don't even think about it. Normally, like I was allowed to wear pretty much anything, but that's because she knew I dress like a boy all the time. So.
Your old man have any input on this at all?
No.
Because I didn't with my daughter either. It was my wife. I said, listen, you're going to have to be the barometer here on what she can and can't get away with.
Yeah.
I did give my opinion once, and that was when her prom dress arrived in an 8x11 envelope in the mail. And I was like, and I simply just set it down and I said, Reagan, you're going to wear this to prom. She goes, well, there's 2 of them in there.
Two dresses
in an envelope that came in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, and I just checked out. I go, Trish, you handle this business.
It is what
I'll take care of the boys. You take care of the girl. The only thing that I was ever prohibited from wearing was I wanted a Van Halen 1984 T-shirt.
Yeah.
And my mom wouldn't let me wear it because it had a baby smoking a cigarette on it.
Okay. So she stood firm on that.
Other than that, like, what are we prohibited from wearing, Chelsea?
It was like, no, you can't wear a thong until you're an adult.
You couldn't wear a thong as even a teenager?
No. My mom felt like that was that was mannish. Yeah, she was like, that's mannish.
How my mom, like on Christmas, I was 13, she would put these like silk thong panties in my stocking, and they were so ill-fitting. Like if I were to pull them up the way they should, it would be right under my armpits. I was 13. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Right. This should have came with an instruction manual.
Hi, Renee. How are you?
Hey, good morning. I'm wonderful. And yourself?
Good. Sounds like you're on the move. You on the way to work or what?
I'm on the way to an appointment.
Oh, okay. Is this question for the Magic 8 Ball about your appointment?
No,
okay.
It is not.
All right. Well, what do you want to ask? Because it never lies.
I want to know if my dream is going to come true to become a solo traveler.
Oh, like an Eat, Pray, Lover?
No, I want to go on the road and see everything that I have not been able to see my entire life.
That's exciting.
But you want to do it by yourself?
Well, I got myself a Rottweiler puppy, and she will be my protector, so I won't be alone.
That's awesome. All right, let's check the 8 Ball here and see if you guys should.
When I'm by myself, the voices start setting in. That doesn't happen with you?
All right, it says.
Apparently not.
It says yes.
Oh.
That's exciting.
Is that a girl? And where do you want to go that you haven't been with your puppy?
everywhere. I had open heart surgery a year ago tomorrow, and I got my life back, lost 180 pounds.
Oh, my God.
I just want to, and I'm retiring in December, so I just want to go to all the state parks.
Why
just
not?
Enjoy.
So I have a question for you.
This beautiful country, sure.
You have this second lease on life. Did you think this way before the heart surgery? Or was it like you woke up, you're like, I woke up, this is it. Now I have to live the rest of my life for me?
Yes and no. I thought that ahead of time. It's the scaredest I've ever been in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think I would wake up. And when I did, I've always wanted to travel, and now my plans are just about me.
Okay.
Me.
You know what?
I'm a mom, a grandma. I just want to do what I want to do.
That's amazing. And there's a woman that you should I'll text you. If you text us, I'll send you the link. But she is a solo traveler too. And she has all these tips on how to keep herself safe as a female solo traveler. So
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I will text you.
Okay, good.
When do you think you can start doing this? Just putting your dog in your car and going?
Oh, it's not going to be a car. I'm looking for a rig.
Oh.
So
Nice.
if anybody's got a great rig for a discount price, let me know.
What's a rig?
And,
like an RV?
Like a truck or a kind of you're probably thinking more of like
I don't know. I'm feeling an RV, older model, good shape,
like Walter White?
Pardon me?
Like Walter White? You
who
never
knows?
watched Breaking
Who
Bad,
knows?
did
She
you?
doesn't watch your meth shows.
So-
I'm so
I did
excited
not.
for you. That's awesome. And share your journey with us. We'd love to have you check in while you're listening to us from Montana or San Diego,
Hey,
wherever you find yourself.
I've been a long time listener. I lived in Duluth when JJ was in Duluth.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
I'm back home in Litchfield, but thanks a lot.
Yeah.
And you guys have a fantastic day.
Good luck. I love that. I love hearing about somebody
That's
waking
awesome.
up from a near-death situation.
Yeah.
I just had this sent to me. You know how we get comfortable in our little zone right here?
Mm-hmm.
If you were to be living in Akita, Japan, and your mom taught English as a second language in Japan for how many years?
15.
Yeah. I mean, she probably knows where Akita is. There is a guy, and it's referred to as Namahagi.
Okay.
What grown men dress up, it's called Namahagi, where grown men dress up like demons to scare children into behaving. They go house to house yelling stuff like, "Are there any crybabies in here?"
Yeah,
or "Are naughty kids around?"
I feel like she's brought back artwork with these horrific characters. But I love the sentiment.
Imagine-
It's like, listen, don't go out where you're not supposed to.
As woke as our culture is, if somebody just knocked on your door and started screaming, "Are there any crybabies in here?"
I'd be like, no.
Who's
there's not.
naughty?
I'm happy. I'm helping. I'm doing chores.
Would you? I know you want a mother's helper. Would you like a Nagahaki?
I would. That sounds like a huge mother's helper.
What if you had a Nagahaki? Just show up once a week. Would you pay $40 an hour for that?
No, I would just want one rat-a-tat-tat. Maybe every Monday, so my whole week is
That's what I
good.
mean. Once a week.
Yeah, because then you're like, Sunday night.
Imagine
You don't want 'em coming.
Imagine dropping $40 to get Nagahaki to show up.
You know, it might
Just
be
scare the piss out of your kids.
it might be unconventional for me to say, but I think ruling with fear sometimes is the best. I think showing pictures of what could happen, like gruesome pictures, I think is very effective. I've done that with my kid before. When he was really little, I did that with your daughter.
Like, as he's going to
She
get his
didn't wanna put
driver's
on a-
license, you're going to show him like bloody car accidents?
I will show ones that are like accordions and mothers crying next to it because they just lost their baby. Absolutely. I want that burned in his brain. I want him to know that
Interesting.
people out there have gone through hell to just kind of show you have to be careful. You have to.
Or we'll get you in your sleep.
All right. So one of my family members just hired a mother's helper. And I was like, oh my God, I've been watching these videos online. This woman will go in and show you what she'll do. And there'll be a task list sitting on the island. And it's more than just cleaning. It's not a maid. It's but she does stuff like that. She'll go and do all the laundry, wash, dry, fold, iron, She will do things like put together goodie bags for birthdays, stuff like that. So my loved one hired this mother's helper because now she's going to be working from home. So she goes down to the downstairs office. She has an almost 1-year-old. So this girl will feed the baby and play with the baby, get some stuff done, organize anything that's on the task list. And I'm like, there is nothing wrong with that. That is thinking smarter, not harder.
Are you paying this mother's helper more than you would be paying for daycare?
No.
Okay.
No, this is like an hourly rate. I think she's getting $40 an hour is what she said. So 40, 80. Yeah, it'd be like $120 a day when she comes in. It's not every day. I think it's just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
What do you do with your kid when the mother's helper isn't there and you got to work?
I think my loved one tries to get all of her work done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
So part-time job, needs the helper.
And this person, like, while the baby is sleeping, buzzes around, and like my loved one said, you absolutely like cannot leave unless you get this list done. Like, it's a very manageable list, but she's like, I want to get as much bang for my buck. And I'm like, okay, then there's nothing wrong with that. I think it would be an amazing surprise to come home and hang out with your kids after work and your house is clean. Then you don't have to say, no, sorry, I can't hang with you. I have to do the dishes. I have to do the laundry.
You have a full-time job at home that you can usually get done in 3 days. So you have to hire a part-time employee to do the stuff you don't want to do.
Why not? Why not? And the judgment that's coming from you is kind of gross.
This is weird for me.
Why?
It's just like, you're telling me
why you took your kids to daycare down the road.
Right.
Yeah.
When we were at work, and then I picked them up when I was off of work.
You never got off early and went home to nap?
Never. I never did. I never once picked my kids up early from daycare because I wanted to do something myself. I wanted to be with them.
I'm over here.
I'll put my hand on a Bible and right hand to God on this thing.
Okay. I love that these people exist.
Hold on.
I love that cleaners exist. I'm hiring a cleaner so I don't have to do it. So I can hang out with my family.
Alexa, let's say we give you this mother's helper. What are they going to do?
A mother's helper would help me with laundry, first and foremost. I feel like I'm doing laundry like 3 times a week, and I need big help with that. Dishes, because I hate dishes, and they keep piling up. Mm-hmm. You do them, and then there's more. Mm-hmm. You got kids running around the house. You got people coming over. It's too much for me to handle all at once. And also, I think a mother's helper would help me, honestly, outside with my garden. I really value giving my kids fresh veggies with each meal. And sometimes I need a little help just harvesting. Nothing too much, no weeding, just harvesting some of the veggies for my family.
I love all these answers because not only does it equal less for you to do, but more time with your kids and doing stuff that you love. I don't think there's any shame in anyone's game. Hiring someone, one, you're employing someone, so they're going to get some money, so you feel good there. Mm-hmm. And then 2, more time to do what you love.
Exactly.
Saw a quick video on Instagram of a guy walking into a Little Caesars with a giant bag of Panda Express, and it was almost like an unwritten thing, and they didn't really even speak. He just set the big bag of Chinese food down, and the guy turned around, grabbed 3 pizzas out of the warmer, gave it to him, and they're like, all right, see you later. And I was like, this is really pretty genius.
You got to wonder how many times they do that, who they do that with.
If you don't want Little Caesars and you're working at Little Caesars because you're on the pizza all the time and you want some Chinese food, this is a good swap, right?
Is this a smart thing to do? Like, don't you think corporate is going to see this video?
Yeah, but maybe. But good call. Maybe, or maybe you're putting the money in the register for the 3 pizzas, right? I mean,
that would be the best way to cover your butt. But then also you have to explain why you're promoting another restaurant while you're at yours.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah. I think, nobody's going to eat Little Caesars 7 days a week. And I'd asked, what do you swap at your work? Stevie had said, I do half off daycare tuition for lawn and snow service.
Oh, that is great.
That's a genius swap.
And you know what? No one needs to know about it. I wouldn't tell the other parents. I would also tell the parents that are getting the discount or the trade, keep it.
I would tell all the other parents. What else?
What if they can't? What if they're...
well, then they got to pay full price. Otherwise, it's the same as I don't know. I mean, radio advertising, you got to pay full price for this. Unless, like, we're going to get a station vehicle out of the deal.
And that's not bad. What if you have a parent that's a CNA? Maybe they could do your taxes or, we could do a lot more swapping. That's like that paperclip. Long story you told that one time.
Oh, about how you swap up and swap up and swap up.
Yeah.
What are you swapping at work, Jessica?
So I own a permanent makeup studio. So I do brows, lips, areola restoration for breast cancer survivors. So I have swapped numerous services for things like contract work. I had my studio painted by a swap. I get my hair done for swapping, so I'll do a service for them, and then they do a service for me.
Yeah, I think that is a great idea. If they're loving and they're feeling like it's an equal swap, that is a win-win.
Yes, 100%.
And when you go to provide your service, is it more of like, hey, I've got downtime for you, or is it I'm going to prioritize your coming in here and getting my service because you did so well for me?
We definitely just rope it in on my regular schedule. So whatever works best for them, then try to squeeze it into where it works for me on my normal everyday work schedule.
Right. So, I mean, you've got obviously a valuable service, and you don't want to pay for somebody to come paint your studio, and so it works out. I like this. This seems like a win-win, like Kat said.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
Are you swapping something at work? I think most of us are probably doing this, especially if you're part of a small business. I get it. If you're working at Walmart, you can't really swap something out, right? You're working at a big car dealership. There's probably not a big swap. But are you at a business where you can actually swap your good or service for someone else's? What's your swap? Hit us up. How broken is your family? I feel like doing a national commercial involving something as big as the World Cup probably doesn't help your relationship with your estranged daughter.
Really telling. No, it's Brooklyn is a boy.
Oh.
Brooklyn Beckham?
Why did I think it was a girl?
I don't know.
I think every time I hear the name Brooklyn, it's a girl.
Yeah, no, Brooklyn Beckham, the son of Victoria and David Beckham, they have a huge family rivalry going on, and it is involving Brooklyn's wife and how felt like she was treated at their wedding. And I'm sure that there are a lot of other instances, but this is his DoorDash commercial that aired right before the World Cup.
You're probably wondering why I'm watching the FIFA World Cup 2026 from home. It's not like I don't have tickets. It's because it's a long story. For Brooklyn? Yes. These can go to someone else. Hey, put them somewhere fun.
So he gave his FIFA World Cup tickets to somebody else, not interested in the soccer life at all anymore. Obviously grew up in it, but it was like, it's really sad that whatever happened cannot be taken care of. There are siblings, there are parents that should be a family unit. It's just not happening. But I want to hear from people that have a broken family, that something is happening. Maybe something small in your eyes, and you're like, how are we not talking? We're family.
Growing up, I barely knew my grandfather because he was very abusive to my grandmother, like physically abusive. She got a divorce, and it really kind of split their family. My mom hung with her mom, and then my uncle and my aunt, they kind of towed the line on both sides, right? And I even remember at my grandfather's funeral, like I had heard enough from my mom to not have a whole lot of respect for this guy. And he never showed us any love. So it's one of those, you go to a funeral and you're not torn up, but you kind of got to be there. And it separated their family for dozens of years. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it was weird. It was, I guess, normal growing up. Now I look back at it and I'm like, so many years went by that my mom didn't talk to her brother or sister because of their choice to, really kind of side with an abuser.
So I would think domestic violence, that would be a no-brainer. I'd be like, yeah, I get it. I get why you don't want to talk to somebody or have anything to do with them. They were violent with you. But I did have a friend, and it was really sad. It was like for too many years that she had fallen. She didn't have like a ton of money for a certain amount of time. And her sister-in-law, I don't know if she wanted to embarrass her, but it was around the holidays. And she asked her nicely to set a cap that was achievable for gifts. And this woman went above and beyond for this my friend's kids' gifts. And she just felt so embarrassed. Like, you did this. You made me look like a chump because I got your kids toys that were at this cap, and you went.
And she knew what she was doing. You knew she knew what she was doing.
I did not know her sister-in-law, but I felt bad for her because I can't imagine that would be embarrassing.
Chelsea, I appreciate you holding. You got a broken family situation here?
My grandmother's brother, my uncle, had a kid by his cousin. I don't know if that would count.
Whoa!
Yeah,
let me unpack this.
I'm glad you know our number.
Say that whole thing one more time, please.
My uncle has a child from our second cousin.
Second cousin.
Very awkward family reunion.
Jesus.
That's not as bad as my husband's family, 2 first cousins married brothers that were cousins.
Oh.
So, I mean, it can happen.
There's like 8 billion people on the planet.
Yeah, I think that's what I get hung up on. I'm like, there's so many out there to choose from.
Surely you could have found love somewhere else.
How do they look? Normal? How did they turn out? There's your answer. I think you just answered it.
This whole thing is inappropriate. That'll do it. You know, knocking up a family member will probably drive a stake down the middle of your family.
That's what her text said. We didn't really get into the drama, but her text said that most of our family doesn't talk to one of our cousins because they just didn't realize how big the dating pool is.
I get it, right? It's a Friday night in the middle of summer. It's a Johnny Holmes show, and that girl is hot, and you didn't realize she was your cousin.
God, that was so specific.
There's gotta be someone else out there for you.